Hi, and welcome to my working table and here on YouTube. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who likes to do a lot of different things. But yeah, not so long ago, I was at a small trip to Umbria in Italy, and I made a video, a little travel tell, and a demonstration of the watercolor paints I bought down there, and so on. And I will put a link below in the description box for that video. But this was the watercolor set I bought in some earth tones, and they are quite lovely. And since then I have been experimenting a little in my book here. So this was what it ended up with. But this is not what this video is about. In my travel tells video, I talked about the pictures I take when I'm on holiday, and I take a lot of pictures. And of course I take ordinary holiday pictures like everybody else do, but most of my pictures are close-ups of things I think is interesting. And I have printed a lot of them out here on twice as thick paper as copy paper, and a little better quality of paper. And it is my plan to do some kind of memory collage of my trip to Umbria with some of all the close-up pictures I have taken. I have also put a little more papers here, taking a little more papers from my stash, some watercolor prints and some text and some, not very much papers that not are my own pictures, and I don't know if I will be using them or how. I don't know about a thing about how this would end, but now I have the option here in arm's length to reach for some other papers if I think it is needed. But my substrate here is watercolor paper, 425 GSM, and it is 30 by 30 centimeters or 12 by 12 inch, and that is quite big for me. I normally do 20 by 20 centimeters or 8 by 8 inches. But here is some of the pictures I have taken. This little butterfly was sitting on a mailbox in a building, and that's, yeah, I think how big it is. An old olive tree, and it is 1800 years old, and that is very old. But else it is pictures like this. This was from a church. Many of the pictures I have taken is from inside churches, and here there were some people restoring the church. So, but I think this is my two favorite pictures. These two, I could almost just frame them as they are, or I have also thought about printing them out on fabric and do some stitching on them. I really like these two. This was the roof when I looked out of my window, and more roof, and all this yummy stuff here I really like. And here are some different pictures from St. Francis Cathedral, and I didn't manage to get all the pictures I wanted in there because a woman in there, yeah, I don't know, it wasn't the police, but someone who worked there saw me, and she nearly escorted me out of the church and said, no photos. But I really love these images here, and all the other people in the church weren't looking at this. They were in my eye height, but above that was the whole frescoes with whole St. Francis's life, and I haven't taken a single picture of them, but I really like these here. they look like old tiles, but they are painted like frescoes, I think, without knowing more that I'm saying now. And this here is also from a column going up, really nice. And here, and here. And this was from another church. They also was doing something to dig the old fresco paints out, and I think it is a nice little piece, this here, and a stained glass from one of the ceilings. And then there's a lot of floors from a specific church also, and isn't that nice, nice, nice? Oh, I keep thinking there are two pieces of paper, but it's because they are much more heavy than normal. And this was from an old wall outside the church, and more floors and floors, and these were also in the floors in one of the churches. So this is what I have to work with, a lot of patterns and floors and walls. So since these papers are so thick now to compare to what I normally use, I have decided to try and glue them with a matte gel instead of my normal glue stick. And that is not something I am very used to do, or I don't know how good I am at it, but I will give it a try. And it would be a quite abstract collage, I think. And when I'm done with it, and if I think it is a little vague or pale, or what we can say, I can give it a kind of glazing with some acrylic paint, but I will wait and see how it ends up. So this was a little about what my intentions for today is. I have torn the white edges of this piece, and I know it's a big piece to put down, but I really, really like it. And then I got thinking about to put something there, and there are several options, but one of them is a little butterfly. So if I will fussy cut it or just take the white edges off, I don't know yet. In fact, I don't know also dot yet. But I will take it as it comes, and that's the way I normally always work. Yeah, it is a little too big, and perhaps it is better to tear the edges here. So now the butterfly is, I don't like this mark up here. It gets smaller and smaller. But yeah. Put it in something like this. That is one option. And I also have, I don't think I would put the olive tree in here. This will be about patterns. But I have this one also. It's a really nice picture. Let me cut this one out also. I really like that one there. Going over that line, I think that looks nice. Yes, yes, yes. I will rumble a little more around in my pictures and see what I can come up with. Again, yeah, it's only me. You don't have to think like I do, but I know I have my limitation when it comes to colors. And these papers I have taken for this collage here, they end up in this ochre and grayish, blackish colors, because I think they look nice with this image, and I don't think this looks nice. So perhaps I will end up making two different collages in two different color schemes. So I think this is the way I'm feeling now, and this is the way it is going. So let me see. I think this one could look really nice down here, so I will cut this out and see. Away with that. I know I've taken the picture this way, but no one could tell that. So I think I would put it this way here. Put that inside there. And then I have this piece here I can cut. This was from the street, in one of the streets in the old town I was living. And I think it was such a nice pattern and such nice colors. So something like this, and I'm tempted perhaps to use a little of this, even though I know it's not from this holiday, but I don't mind. Put that up there. Oh, if I can extend this one and perhaps put it under there, like this. Oh, if I can find a little thing to put in there. Yeah, that could work. The only thing that bothers me is if I put my butterfly in there, it will go in the middle, and I don't like that. One option is to move this a little. Like this instead. There, that could work also. Oh yeah, what do I want to do? I think I will, my phone is sitting up there, but normally I would take a picture with my phone and then will I clean the substrate and start all over and do another one and another one and another one until I have some different options, and then I would look at them and say, I will go for this. This is the one that works best. So, but I can't do that right here. So, but I can clean my table and start all over again. So I think I will do that and see if I can come up with another solution. This here is also an option, and you can see now I'm got rid of my dilemma with the little butterfly sitting slam bam in the middle, because I moved this to the other side, and I have found this piece I also think looks very nice there. If I should take this here instead of the round ones, that could also be so it would be something like this. And I think I like this better than the other because of the butterfly. But if I want to shorten this a little, perhaps, but yeah, I really don't know, because I really like this image. That is my favorites. And most of my edges here are ripped with a ruler or cut with a scissor. I have done not much tearing here, and I nearly almost tear all my edges. So when I start doing that, perhaps it will give a more, I will be more sure if I go a little inside here and rip a little of this. I think I will go with this one here, and I don't know if I will put any bling bling on it yet, but this one can go on as the last piece. And let me see here in what order I want to put it down. This is the first piece I want to glue down, so I will put it here with upside down. And I think the next piece I want to glue down is this one, and then these two, and this and this as the last. So I will commit and do it, and hope for the best, and wish me luck, and cross your fingers and toes, and let us see if I can succeed gluing this way here. I'm not so good at this, I think, but it is heavy paper, so I think I need to do it. So I will, since this will be covered from all the edges, I don't have to rip it. So I will just go here in my top with the gel medium. And put it on here, and I will go a little over the edges. Like this. Yes, and then there was this paper here, and it was it going all the way up here? Now I can't remember. Just a moment, I'm onto it again, and here this piece is going here, so I will just rip that there and put that on here. So again, some gel medium here. And there. Little over the edge. Whoops. I really think this needs some practicing. Doing it like this. It is more messy than using a glue stick. Yeah, and then there was this piece here of paper, and this one was going down there, so again I will just rip a piece of it. There, and something like this, and put some medium on. Yeah, that is a very straight edge, but I think this would be like this, and this collage here. So I really don't know if I like to do it this way. I think it is really difficult to get the papers to lie flat and down, but I think you have seen me struggle enough with this, so I will put the rest of the papers on here outside camera. So I think it is nearly so dry so I can work a little further, and that is something I also have to get used to, because when I use my glue stick it is dry at once and it is still a little damp. But I think I will cut the edges clean so I can see exactly how it looks. It's also quite different to cut in this, because it is twice as thick, the papers here I've used, and also there's matte medium on it. But all in all, I like it like this, but I think it needs some contrast. So I have taken my black paper here and torn a snip of that, and I would like to put it there. And I really think that does something good for my collage. And the next thing I have this gold paper, and I also think I want to put 2 small strips in here somewhere, like this here. Yeah, I think that looks nice with a little extra. And then for that I would just use my glue stick. I think if I use matte medium on that, it will pull the glue, no, not the glue, but the gold of the paper. It is a very brittle paper, and the gold easily gets off the paper. So here, and then I will have to find my cloth here and burns that down. And be careful here not to have some old glue on your substrate, because that would pull the glue up here for this paper. Again, carefully burnish that down. And the last strip, sorry if I'm out of frame, but I know there isn't glue here on my side here. Like this, and my cloth. And you can see there was disappearing a little, but I think that is fine here, because it has to look old. So that was that, and then I would get my collages and my stabilos and do a little thing more. So done with all the gluing, and I don't think I'm a world champion at gluing with this matte gel, but one can perhaps learn to get better. And I can see I ripped the paper a little here, so I will just take my collage and give it a little, so no one can see it. And for the life of me, I can't find my little thin stabilo all in black. I have searched high and low, but yeah, it will pop up at some time. So but I want to make some black lines, and I don't know if I can do it with this one here. Perhaps I can do it like this here instead. Yeah, that is better. Because it gets really black. And I think this line would be a too fat line if I did it like this. I will just go over it some different places. To give it a little more definition. And if you think it's too much, just take your finger and smear it. Like this. Yeah, I think that is better. That was one thing, and I have this. Perhaps I can give it a little more colors somewhere in some places. I don't know if you can call this cheating or it is just giving it a little makeover. And I will just clean my brush from the black. So I've got a little more color. Some places. You can also do it up here. But then again, old walls and floors need a little makeover. So do we when we get older. We also need a little makeover sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time, I think. I can remember here last time I got new glasses. And that was lovely, so you probably, I could see all right, but I got to look at my hands and I thought, oh my God, who are these old, wrinkled and spotted hands? Yeah, they were mine, but that was something and of an experience. But here you can keep on going and going and doing all sorts of things to make it pop a little more. But I think I will stop here. So I will take some close-ups at the end of the video so you can put your nose into it and have a further look. But this really reminds me of my trip to Umbria, and I'm so glad I made it. And now this already is over half an hour long video, so I will stop here, but I think I would make one in the more burnt colors also. And I was traveling, of course, with my hobby, but also a couple of our best friends. And I think I would give this to her as a memory of our very nice trip. So I hope you have been inspired by seeing me trying to glue with matte gel and been inspired to use your own pictures or take some different pictures than you perhaps normally do and make collages and holiday memories out of them. But if you liked what you have been seeing, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you, and I would appreciate it very much, a lot. So take care and be creative. Until next time. Bye bye.